Have you included your children in your will with some responsibility of being a power of attorney, or maybe even your personal representative? It is common for parents to create these documents, but not common for us to discuss these details with our children. We all think we don't want to have that conversation, or we believe our children don't want to have that conversation. We might even give our children a copy of the documents without discussing them, while letting them know they will need them later, and perhaps advising them to keep the documents in a safe place. What we don't realize is that these conversations are not only helpful for our children in being prepared for what we have designated them to do, but these conversations can bring us closer to our children. Discussing these desires and roles with our children lets them know how much we trust them in handling details at a time when we may not be able to. Especially with our faith, some of our desires with how we want details handled are not always how the world would handle them, and these conversations can help us share the why, our faith. It is also helpful to share with our children the details of their inheritance. This conversation gives you the opportunity, if you haven't already, to share with your children what your hopes are for their lives. These conversations can be difficult, but they can also elicit questions about the logistics of the roles you have established for your children, your preference of care, or what your expectations might be. Additionally, these conversations allow your children to ask questions on topics they maybe didn't know how to approach you about. Open the door to these frank family conversations, and you also are likely opening the door to a closer relationship with your children. Thank you for joining me for this philanthropy moment.